One of my favorite ways to catch big bass is flipping. You know, there's a few reasons for that. One of them is it's simply like hand-to-hand combat with bass. But the other side of that is it's a super efficient way to fish heavy cover like I've got behind me. You know, I take my bait and I can simply pick apart every piece of this heavy cover, whereas with the moving bait, you simply couldn't do that. But there's a little bit of a decision that you have to make when you're talking about flipping heavy cover. You have two choices when it comes down the line, and that's fluorocarbon and braid. And they both have extremely different properties, and that's going to really decide what we use day to day depending on what we're flipping. So behind me here I've got a lay down. This is what I would call hard cover. Anything, you know, lay downs, rocks, docks, anything you think of hard cover, that's where I'm going to side with fluorocarbon. You know, fluorocarbon's got a little bit of stretch to it. And when I pitch in there, one of the main things that happens, you know, if I get over that limb, I get a bite and I need to get that fish out of there, fluorocarbon is obviously still super strong, but it's not going to bite down into that cover. It's not going to grab onto that cover as you try to get that fish out of there. So when you hook the fish, you're able to get him out and get him to the boat. I'm going to use a heavier line size, obviously 20-pound. Seaguar Braze X is my really go-to, but that line is going to help you around your hard cover. Now, on the other hand, if you're going to be around vegetation, there's no question you need to have Seaguar Smackdown stealth gray braid on there. For me, most of the time it's 50-pound. I like that size quite a bit. You want to stay away from your hard cover. This braid will cut, has zero stretch. Braid has zero stretch. It will cut down into that stuff when you hook the fish and will actually lose leverage on the fish because it bites into the wood. So this is 100% vegetation. If you're flipping any type of grass, any type of matted stuff, always go with the smackdown. And that way if the fish turns his head, gets balled up in the grass, you can simply put a lot of horsepower on that fish and get him out of there. So it's simple. Hard cover, fluorocarbon, vegetation, smackdown. It's an easy decision.